too good a chrome palace. It only took me one car, got a mad. This boyfriend put me for a show. I'm rocking white and gold, it look like I got tabs. Water coming in and out, it never was a job.
We are live in Boston, Massachusetts, the gem of New England, as the Celtics are about to go into this interconference contest right here. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Holiday gets the bucket. And we know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
Outstanding touch, boy. The floater is good for Anthony Edwards.
Shoots a fader, and it's McDaniels with the rebound.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Edwards drives in. Excellent D there from Holiday.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Nice ball movement by Boston. The three from Tatum. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And here is McDaniel. Mr. Gobert. Three-pointer, Randall. The rebound by the Celtics. And Greg, you were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
This guy is such a gifted offensive player. Jason Tatum, tough to handle off the dribble drive.
Edwards looking it over. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on White.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Randall with the bucket.
Well, the physicality that Julius Randle possesses, this guy is always proven capable despite defenders nearby.
Now here is Holiday. And rebounded by McDaniels. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Back to Conley. Pass to Edwards. Rebounded by the Celtics. White, left side. Here's Tatum. For Randall. And the basket by Tatum. Tatum's got his second basket.
Now that mid-range jumper is so on point. Jason Tatum is a three-level scorer.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
That, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. Now, McDaniels, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And the way the Celtics can attack teams, Doris, with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Three-pointer, Randall. Cans it from downtown. Randall's got 5 now.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside Holiday. Oh, good on the triple. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to McDaniels. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Now Conley. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 3. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here. Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a
you corny as shit, bro.
When he needs to be. And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Here's Brown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, many see Brown as a scorer, but Doris, he's put more of an emphasis on his defense in recent seasons.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's taken tremendous pride in asking his coaches to put him on the best offensive player. When he's the point of attack defensively, look out. He can give a lot of headaches to ball handlers.
Here's Minot. Picked by Reed. Alexander Walker on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. The 3 for DiVincenzo. And Boston with the rebound. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Pritchard. 3-pointer. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Pritchard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Right side, Edwards.
I know how to play defense. I'm going to lock your ass right down, too.
Here's Minot.
Okay.
Second shot opportunity. Reed gets the bucket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Jacks up a 3. It's good for a second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Pass to Craig. Back to Brown. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Guys, you have to put a body on Anthony Edwards. This guy is too skilled and too strong.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them, but not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Outside Holiday. The kick out to Tatum. The three. Tatum from three.
Watch out. Tatum's
Damn, all-ball defense ain't going to save you, bro. They're going to win this game because you trash.
From the corner.
Handle outside. It's Edwards on the wing. 11 points in the game. Timberwolves passing it around.
That's how you shut somebody down. No computer. That's lit.
Off target from three-point range. Celtics trailed by 4. Outside Holiday. Porzingis high post. Pass to White. The kick out to Tatum. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. So both teams changing it up here. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Randle right side. Pass to McDaniels. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. Gobert, no good. Boston trailing. Outside Holiday. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Holiday's got 8.
And you have to be right up on Holiday. When you're not, he's ready to take those quick shots.
The 3 from Tatum. And the Celtics hit again from deep. Handle outside. Pass to Gobert. Now McDaniels. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 4. We'll see.
You ain't gonna score double digits the rest of this game.
Quarter basketball. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Right side, Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Over White. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. McDaniels got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Timberwolves. Tatum looking around. Over Randle. Tatum no good. The Timberwolves trail. It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
Outside, White. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Holiday. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. And the dunk by Tatum.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
This is how you play defense, bro. All me, this ain't no computer.
No one near.
That's how you play defense, bro. How you know you're nice in 2K when you can do shit like this.
Again, can't hit. Brown outside. Now here is Holiday. Covered by Conley. Here's Tatum. Right side, White. Brown, right side. 6 to shoot. Celtics passing it around. The 3 from Tatum. The rebound by Edwards. Timberwolves trailed by 4. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play in the third. Holiday. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Holiday's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. There's 1:54 left in the third. Outside for Randall. Back to Conley. Edwards drawing the double team. Pass to Randall. Over in the corner, Edwards. Second chance shot. And it's finished off inside by Gobert. Gobert's got his second bucket of the game to go.
We always know this has been a strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
Outside, Horford. Pass to Hauser. Left side, Horford. The Celtics need to get a shot off. They turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Celtics making a change here.
Into the lineup for the Celtics. Number 11, Peyton Pritchard.
Outside, Edwards. Alexander Walker on the wing. Back to Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. Pass to Gobert. 5 on the clock. For the tie, Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
They can see Mike Conley an innate sense for where that shot clock is, and I've got to make a shot, no problem.
We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, Horford. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Horford's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Back to Conley. Lets it go with the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And
The Timberwolves, 35.
we've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. By himself, rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's enormous, guys. With time winding down, goes for the steal and then off to the races.
Here's Horford, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, there isn't a shot Al Horford cannot make, and on the interior, that's easy work for him.
Outside Edwards. Back to Reed. Out to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Three-pointer. Craig, good. Craig's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game. And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Horford with it. To the wing on the left. Craig up top. Outside, White. Pulls up. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And that's an intentional foul.
I'm not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. So both teams making some changes here. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. Now, he said, come on, can anybody make a three? We have to be better from deep. He implored his team to find the shooters, get them open with movement and picks. See if it works, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Gobert. Back to Conley. Over Holiday. The Timberwolves again can't hit. It's Brown with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Out to Conley. Shoots the three. Back to Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. Conley for three. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And I thought that was going to drop. Looks good from here.
Bangs home the trifecta.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Conley gets the bucket.
That's just being a pro. Conley understanding the moment and rising to the occasion.
Outside Tatum. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Jason Tatum under duress of the shot clock. Big moment, no problem.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Timberwolves trailed by 5. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
Up top, Tatum. Outside, Porzingis. Yes!
Wow, Porzingis, no hesitation in the balance of the game. He delivers.
Pass to Edwards. From the arc.